Well, good morning. All right, got a couple of things today. We're going to do a test, somewhat of a control test, on the AC running off 12 volt. So I installed the third solar panel. We have 330 watts of solar. We have 660 amp hours. The batteries are topped off. They were at 14 volts. They're topped off to 100%. I set the AC unit at 25 Celsius at 77 degrees. It's on automatic. It's on cool low. I can't think of anything else. So we're gonna see how long the AC will run today. Right now it's 85 out. It's 10 a.m. It's 85 degrees outside. It is running right now on cool low. So we're gonna see how long this will run in these conditions. It's supposed to get up into the 95 range today. I am facing due north. I am not facing south with the solar panels. So I'm not getting direct sunlight on the panels. So we're gonna see how long the batteries will last here being fully charged, and we'll go from there. So again, it's 10 a.m. It's 85. It's on now. Okay, let's I'm gonna check this every hour. We'll see how we're doing. We'll check the batteries and see how that's working out, and we'll go from there. Okay. All right, we're gonna do a little experiment here. I picked up the Cell Wi-Fi booster, and let me show you. Here it is right here. I went with Cell because we're using Cell, the home version here, and it works pretty well. So I thought I would use the same thing here in the van. And when I call them, I explain to them what I have, a camper van, and I just explained I wanted to increase the signal strength when I'm out off the beaten path, and they recommended this one over all the others. And so this is what we're going to try out. So in the box here is your this is the little receiver or booster, and then you have a amplified roof mount antenna, and it's pretty well heavy duty. I mean, this is rugged. It's got a magnet on the back, so you can just adhere it anywhere in the vehicle, and then it also has a adhesive strip if you want to mount it like on your AC unit or something that is not magnetized. You can mount it that way. It comes with a cigarette lighter button at the end to turn it on and off. And then this is your interior antenna that you can either mount up in front of the cab, or you mount it back here in the living area if this is where you're going to be using your phone or laptop. So you kind of want to be fairly close to this here unit. Now if you use your phone as a hotspot, what you can do is just lay your phone right on this anywhere, and your phone will transmit the signal to, like my TV back here. I use that on Wi-Fi to get the internet and YouTube and all that kind of stuff on my phone, on my TV, through my phone. So what I'm going to do now is go to screen view, and I'm going to show you what we're getting now I'm going to disconnect Wi-Fi, so I'm not connected to the house. I'm just in here in the van getting over-the-air cellular signal, which will be like 1 bar, if I can even get 1 bar. It's pretty weak where I am. And then we're going to wire this up. I have my power buttons are all right up here. Oh, you can't see it, but it's up there. And then we'll run the antenna out the back door. I'm going to put it on the AC unit for now. That's the highest unit, highest spot on this unit. And then we'll see from the signal I'm getting now to what we're going to get once I flip the on button. All right, we'll see what the difference is here. Okay, let me check my signal strength. Okay guys, I got it on screen recorder right now. If you look up here at the top corner, right up here above this white bar, I'm without Wi-Fi is off, Bluetooth is off, so I'm getting 4G 2 bars. That's all I'm getting here. Okay, now I'm going to plug in the Sure Cell. Alright, let's see, just plugged it in. It's booting up. I have green lights everywhere. Okay, I am 3 feet from the antenna and it went up, it just doubled. Now I'm getting 4 bars, so 2 bars without, fluctuating between 3 and 4 bars with it. Okay, so I moved the antenna, outside antenna, to the front of the van over the driver's side, and it shot right up to 4 bars. And I'm sitting with the interior antenna in the rear of the van, and that seems to be working really well. So now I feel better about it. Okay, so I must have been getting, I'm kind of backed up against my galvanized steel carport. I may have been getting some interference with that here, but having it up in the front of the van, maybe that's helping a little bit. Oh, I just see it drop down back to 3 bars. Back up to 4. Okay. Alright, I can live with that. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, I guess. I'm sure when I get out into the off the beaten trail where there's little interference from metal structures and things, I may get a better signal, but I just see now it dropped back down to there it goes, right back up to 4. Okay, all right, I like that. So it actually doubles your signal, basically. All right, I think we're going to keep it. I'm going to try it on another adventure here coming up very shortly. We're heading up to New England. All right. Sure Cell is working. It doubled the signal, and I moved the antenna to over the driver's seat. Right now I'm up here in the front of the van, and I'm getting a solid 4 bars versus a fluctuating 2 bars in the rear without the Sure Cell on. With it on, I'm getting a solid 4 bars. So I'm happy with it. I think it's going to pass. It's going to work for me. I don't work from the van. It's just a pleasure. It's just a luxury for me to have a good signal. And occasionally I will upload. But I'm going to leave it mobile. I have a Jackery 500. I carry my e-bike with me. So if I'm in an area and I'm going to be there for a week or 2 and I don't want to move, I'll just put the unit, the Sure cell, it's just a little tiny package. And I'll take the Jackery 500, which is a small charge cell, mobile charge cell, and I'll just head up the fire road, head up a mountain or something, and get a better signal so I can upload a video while I'm out on the road. So I'm going to leave it mobile, so it will allow me to do that. And if I'm by a stream or something and it's cooler, I can just walk down to the stream and stay cool and do my editing and uploading down near a stream. I don't have to be right in the van. So I think leaving it mobile is for me the way to go. And but yeah, it's a keeper. I wish it would give me 5 bars, but it's doubling whatever I'm getting. It's doubling, and so I'm happy with that. All right, I'm going to go back to the AC monitoring here. It's an hour now, a little over an hour. It's still working. It's nice and cool in here. It's 88 outside. So I'm going to check it every hour today to see at what point my batteries are too low for the AC unit to keep running. And I will be reporting back and forth. So, you know, if this works, this will be an upgrade that you know will work in your unit, you know, which I doubled my lithium battery. So I have, again, 660 amp hours of lithium. And I added yesterday the third solar panel up on the roof, which brings me to 330 watts of solar that I can get in if I'm facing south. Right now I'm facing north, so I'm not getting that much, and that's okay. I want to see how this thing does on a non you know, optimal day, and then I may do another one. Another test with the van facing due south with the panels angled and everything is, and on a bright sunny day. Right now it's a partly cloudy, the sun keeps coming in and out, so there'll be 2 tests, one on a not so good day and one on a bright sunny day, and then you can take the information and apply it to your rig. But again, this, you know, I'm in the Revel, so it's a smaller unit, and I'm sure if you have a big Class C or something else, you're going to need a lot more solar, because you're gonna be cooling a larger area than what I'm cooling here. Okay. All right, guys. I'll talk to you a little bit later. All right. All right. Let me show you here what the battery's saying. So this is the main. This is the main battery. We have 2 of them. They're in parallel. They are full. Well, actually now it's down to 99%. We're drawing 582 watts, 45 amps, but it says at this rate we have a little over 7 hours to run at this consumption. So let's see what happens here. Let me switch to the other battery. Here we go. Here's the second battery. This one shows it's drawing at 119 watts. And I have a day remaining on this one. I don't understand why this is such a difference. Well, let's go back and check the other one. Oh, this is down to 53 watts. It says we have 3 days remaining. Oh, this system has got me. I cannot figure it out. That's why I'm doing this test. I'm not going by all these different meters here. We'll see exactly what's happening. So, okay. All right, guys, it's about an hour and a half later, and we're at 88%. Keeps fluctuating time remaining, 2 hours and 22 minutes, but just a few seconds ago it was 5 hours and 20 minutes. So it's having a hard time trying to figure out how long we have here. But anyway, I'm at 88%. The AC is still on. What are we? It's 93 outside, 74 inside. Okay. So 74 inside, 93 outside. Okay. All right. That's not bad. All right, let me check it in another hour or so, see how we're doing. Oh, now we're back up to 3 days and 21 minutes. It must be when it cycles off, because it's on. It doesn't run. The compressor doesn't. The fan's running constant, and I have it on low, but the actual cooling compressor is on a cycle. That doesn't run constantly. So right now, I just heard it. The compressor just shut off. And that's why it's given us now, our power just dropped down to 39 watts, almost 40 watts. And now we're back up to 3 days and 21 hours left. So when the compressor comes on, yeah, I'm eating up like 500, 600 watts. And yeah, the time remaining drops considerably. So that's why I'm doing this test. Okay, later. Okay, battery test here. It's about 3 hours now, and still running. I don't hear any beeping, so the batteries, we're showing the batteries here. Let's go up here, see what that says. Chassis, house battery, we're at 13.1. We're still 3/4 charged. Temperature, I moved, so inside, where are we? Here we go. Inside, we're at 76. Outside, in the sun, we're at 101. The receiver outside though is over here behind my owl storage box, so it's not in direct sun, but it's facing south, and the sun is beating down on the back of the van. So basically, it's saying it's 101 out there by the back door. And then I checked my house thermostat, which is right over there on the door in the shade, and that's reading 90 in the outside in the shade. So it's given us a pretty good feel for what's happening out there. It's warm. That's what it's telling us. And we're at 76 in here, and I have the thermostat on the AC set at 25 Celsius, so I think that's around 77 degrees, which is corresponding to what we have over here. What I did also is I closed off my day shades, because that glass, oh yeah, I'm putting my hand in there, it's warm in there, yeah, you can see. So if I were to leave Henner here for a considerable amount of time, this is what I would do. is I definitely close these curtains because of there's so much glass out front. I'm getting a lot of radiant heat coming through that glass. So it's letting the AC unit in the living area not work as hard. And it's cycling, much better. I'm getting a wider time span in between cycling on and off. The compressor anyway. The fan just keeps on running. That just runs constantly. And again, I have it set on cool low, so it's not on high, and it's working. It's like I said, around mid-90s outside air temperature. In the sun, it's 101 beaten down on this metal frame, and it's keeping it here at 76 inside the unit. So I'm really pleased. All right, been an hour and a half. It's probably been 1.5 seconds, but we're still at it. It's still going. It's 76 inside, and there. Outside it's 100, and it's 76 in here, and we're at 12.5. We're still at 3/4 full, but when I went on the app, I just went on the app, the Lithionic app, and the batteries are at 55% full, and we are now at the 4.5-hour mark, and we're still over 50% full. So I'm confident that a good 8, maybe 9 hours, and again, these are extreme conditions right now. I am not going to be overlanding in Mojave in July and August, so I'll be up north. I'll be in Colorado in the mountains, or I'll be in Canada where it'll be much cooler. So I'll be able to get a lot more out of these batteries, probably even closer to 10, maybe 12 hours out of these batteries running the AC unit in temperatures a little less than 100 degrees. So I am really happy about this. This was my whole object, to set this up so I could get that time out of the batteries. I did not want all my other campers and RVs in the past. I had to deal with generators running for hours and hours. The whole idea of me going to this van, it's all electric. I mean, yeah, I do have a little gas grill, but I mean, I don't have to cook on it. But you know what I mean. The heart and the meat of this van is 12 volt. It's all self-sufficient. That's what I wanted. That's what sold me on this van. No fossil fuel. I mean, I do have the diesel, but I carry 40 gallons of fuel. That's almost 700 miles of range, 650 to 700 miles, depending on headwind and all that kind of stuff. But when I get somewhere, when I get to my destination, I mean, I'm good. With this setup right now, with the solar panels and the battery storage, if I'm in the mountains somewhere, as long as my food, my water, I have my water system set, so I don't have to go into town and get water. All I need to do is find a little brook, a little stream, and I have my filtration system that you've seen me set up in other videos. I can stay out as long as I don't run out of food. is now my hurdle, is how much food can I carry to stay out. I could stay out there for a month, not have to come into town. And that's what I want. I want to be self-sufficient. This is my little bug out buggy, I guess. If the shit hits the fan, I know I can go somewhere and hunker down, and I'll have, be fairly comfortable. But it's all coming together now finally. I know you've seen me week after week coming up with all these mods, but I'm telling you, in my head I know what I'm looking for, and I'm there now. One more little mod I'm going to do. It's coming, but it's minor. It's just more of a convenience than anything else. But I think you'll like it. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the way it's coming out. I have some trips that I'm just about ready to leave on, and all these components, they will be in use at one time or another along my adventures here. So I'm going to continue with this little experiment. Again, we're 4.5 hours in. We're at 100 degrees outside, 76 in here, really comfortable in here. And we're at 55% on the batteries. So and again, my batteries are facing north. Right now I'm not getting anything. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. I'm not 2:30 or something like that. I'm not getting peak sun on my solar panels. So again, once I turn around and I face south, and I'm getting good solar penetration on my panels, that should give me that should help retain some of the usage on my batteries. Maybe I would be only down 60%, I mean, not down 60, but down 40 with a 60% still remaining. If I were turned around and using solar to help me. Right now the sun is like in and out. I'm facing north, so I'm not getting any, basically I'm not getting any solar right now. Okay, so I'll come back in another hour and a half, and that would put us at 4 or 5. That would put us like almost at 6 hours into it. That'll give me a good feeling of I have a good feeling now of the outcome, but that will just boost my confidence. And again, like over here, I still have to do these little mods. I close off the compartment, the driving compartment here, in order to, because that's all glass, to keep that. Let me put my hand in it. Yeah, it's probably 8-degree difference in there, 6 or 8 degree difference. Warmer. I can feel the warmth as soon as I put my hand in there. So that helps a lot too. So all right, let me close this little part. Get my fingers out of the screen. There we go. Let me close this little portion. See you in another. Well, you'll see me in a couple of seconds. I'll see you in like an hour and a half. All right, later. All right, I'm back. We're into it for 6 hours now. I just checked the main app, and we're down 44. We have 44% left in the battery, so a little under half. And it says we have 2.5 hours left. So basically we have 8.5 hours according to the app. I think we have a little more than that because of how slow the battery is dropping. So I'm just going to call it here because I want to have time to charge everything up. My house, I run on solar on my house. So I want to use the rest of this late afternoon and evening to charge the battery here when I plug in from the 30 amp out of the house. It's actually coming from the panels I have up on my roof of the house. So I want to top this thing off, so I'm going to shut the AC off, but let me show you here. So inside we're at 77 degrees, and outside it's dropped to 95. So all day it's been around 100. Now it's at 95, and we've been and now we're at 77. We've been at 76 to 77 all day. So I am really, really happy about that. And that's without getting adequate solar on the van. So I know I could get at least 10 hours, even more, if I wasn't in 100-degree temperature here. And this thing was running just to maintain, like a 78, 77. I keep my AC on in the house at 79, so I'm not one to have it really cold. I just don't like it. I go shopping like at Publix or Walmart, and I have to bring a shirt with me because they freeze me out of there. But so I'm really happy with the system. I know it's going to do what I want it to do. It proved it today. And hopefully it's answered some questions for you guys and gals that are looking at the Revel or looking at getting these lithionic batteries. This is the lithionic 4 batteries. That Winnebago is from the 22, 23 year versions. That's what they were putting in, but they were putting in one at 330 amps per battery. I double that, so now I have 660 amp hours, and that's what sustained me this long run with the AC. 12-volt AC running all day. Cannot believe it, in 100-degree temperature. So I am really happy. I think you could be happy too if that's the way you want to go. I proved it. I've done it. I proved it, and it's up to you. They're expensive though. These freaking batteries are. That's why the list price on these things is 200 and something grand. The component, especially the electrical components, man, I almost choked when I was getting prices on the second battery. But I'm glad I did it, because it's what I wanted this whole van to do. Like I said a few minutes ago in the earlier version of this video, what I was expecting and what I'm getting is exactly what I wanted. So, all right, now we can focus on our trips. I got, like I said, I got a couple of good ones coming up. I'm gonna be busy here, and we're just gonna wing it like I always do. I'm not making any reservations. If I gotta park for an evening on the side of a road, that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not making any reservations. I want to do some state parks. They're pretty reasonable, and because state parks, they just seem to have a lot of the scenery and some of the bike trails that I want to do. They seem to be in the national forests and state parks, so I'll do that, but I'm not doing campgrounds and all this other stuff. I'm just going to wing it and try. My main priority is stealth camping and dispersed camping like that. That's what I'm geared to do. That's what I'm looking to do. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to show you guys, or if there's anything else that we should do. I've got the range down with the 40-gallon fuel tank. That I have done. I'm happy with that. I am looking at upgrading the tires though down the road, but I think I'm going to wait until I wear these out. I was going to do it sooner, but I'm going to go with the 375 70s. And right now I have the 245 70s, which are the K2Os. I'm probably going to stick with the K2Os. I've heard a lot of good things. I've been dealing now with two other. I've been dealing with Van Gogh, Freedom Van Gogh vans. I've been calling them and talking to them, and I've been also talking to mainline van outfitters. They're up in Charlotte. Actually, they have 3 or 4 different outlets. One in New England, Mid-Atlantic, Charlotte, and I think there's one out west somewhere. I'm not sure. So anyway, I've been talking with them about, and they all, most of even their personal vans, they have the K2Os, and a lot of them have the 275s, and they're happy with them. So I think that's the way I'm going to go. But I'm going to wait until I wear these down. From what I'm gathering, you can get about between 40 and 60,000 miles out of these tires if you treat them right and you rotate every 10,000. That's what I got to do this week. I'm at 9,600 and something. So this week, I think we have a cold front coming by. It's going to drop our temperature, or it's going to drop the humidity. That's what kills me in Florida, is the humidity. So once that comes by, I am going to rotate my tires. I have everything here that I need to do it, so I'll just do it myself. I have an appointment for my awning, the recall. I've called La Mesa. That's where I've got the van. And what was I going to say? They ordered the pot. I just have to wait for it to come in, and hopefully they'll do it. They won't make me wait months to put it in. We'll go from there. But yeah, I got the recall letter, and I made my call to the dealer, and we'll go that route. So that's about it. All right, I'm gonna close this out, folks. Any questions? Just drop them down in the box there, and you know, I'll try to answer them on the next video. If I don't send you an email, I'll do it here on the video. All right, so again, be safe, be free, which is being harder and harder to do, and we'll catch you on the next video, and or on the trail or on the road. One or the other. Look me up. Heading north out of Florida, coming up another week and a half, 2 weeks. Gonna head up to New England, and I got my new passport just came in. I had to update it this year. I had to get a new one. So anyway, I was sweating that out. I didn't know how long I was gonna have to wait, but I waited 5 weeks, so it's not too bad. I didn't pay any extra to have it rushed through and all that kind of stuff. But I just got it in the mail last week, so I have my new passport. I'm good now for 10 years. That's when it expires. So you got a 10-year window with the new passports, I guess, and that's to get me up into Canada. I want to go to Canada also this year, so I'm gonna spend some time up there, PEI, Nova Scotia. I'm thinking about going all the way up to the St. Lawrence River, and I want to do the road along the St. Lawrence River back to, like, maybe, is it Chicago, I think it is, or Detroit. I forgot what that was up there, and then come back down through New England, probably hop in Vermont and come down Vermont. I love Vermont. So I'll come back into the U.S. through Vermont, somewhere around there. But anyway, that's kind of something that's floating around in my head. It's something I want to do this summer. Okay, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was entertaining, and it was info rewarding for you. All right, bye.